Welcome back to this latest edition of Col U TV. On the show this evening, we'll be talking about a previous win against Sutton United, who we play this weekend, of course, as well as Speaker Kelleher having a conversation with the Colchester charity about the EFL's new rainbow balls. Before all of that, we booked our place in the Essex Senior Cup final last night with 3-2 victory over #United. Let's have a look at the GoPro footage of that one. So Brad and Connor with the goals there that sealed our victory and our place in the final next month here at the JobServe Community Stadium. Our opponents will be Redbridge or Malden and Tiptree, who play next week, so keep an eye out as we put out the details in due course for that final. Staying with last night's action, let's get the reaction of that from Dave Hussey and Brad, the goal scorer.
Dave, it's job done. You're into the Essex Senior Cup final. You must be delighted.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm really pleased for first and foremost the players, but also the football club, because it's something we set out to do is get to the finalist competition, and this group of players have done that. So really happy.
And it was perhaps a tougher test than you were expecting. Obviously, they took the lead and then came back with a goal in the last minute to make it a little bit of a tough final 5 minutes for you.
Yeah, not tougher than we expected, because we know they're a good side. Watched them a couple of times against Enfield and against Averley, and we knew that it was going to be a real tough test, this one, our toughest test yet. And then going one behind obviously doesn't help, but I thought the resilience the boys showed to stay in there. We went for a long period without scoring our first goal, after having one chalked off for offside as well. So the resilience the boys showed as a team was excellent, and then that perseverance and patience to ultimately get what we deserved in the end.
And what sort of things did you say at half time? Because it was 2 really quick goals after the break.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was all down to what I said at half time, but it might have helped. I think it was just about believing in the process of our shape, of all the things we've been working on, really, that linking it to the first team's tactics and sort of in possession shape. So being a little bit more patient, but also being braver. And I think they executed that in the second half with some really good performances from individuals as well.
And you talk about individual performances. Obviously, Brad got a couple of goals. Do you want to single him out, perhaps?
Yeah. Brad, obviously got a really good relationship with Brad, and I'm really happy for him. I'm probably his biggest critic at times, because we've got that relationship, and I think he understands how much I think of him as a footballer and as a person. He took his goals excellently well, and he was a constant threat on that back line that you need. And you can rely on Brad to score goals as he has done in all different types of games.
And mentioning some other first team players, Connor Wilkinson got a goal, Matt Jay was out there, Jay Mingy as well. Yeah. How important is it for those guys to get some minutes in the tank, so perhaps Danny and Nicky can use them in first team games? Yeah,
of course. You know what? I'm really thankful for them players, just how they come back into that changing room and stayed really professional and really thorough in everything they've done. And I think it gave the young players no excuse than to do it right. So yeah, a big thank you to them. And I said that in the change room after. I thought they were excellent, and they got what they needed from the game as well, in terms of minutes and a test to go and play sort of 60 to 75 and some 90.
What sort of things do those lads bring to under-21s football? Do they give much needed experience to perhaps the guys that need a bit of a chat in the ear on the pitch?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, although we had a few experienced players on the pitch, we had Bailey Berry as a youth team player and Frankie Edwards, so playing alongside Tom Dallison is excellent for them. And then you've got players like Marley and like Jay Mingy that really give us a bite in midfield, and I think them senior players coming into this environment give us a bit of realism as well. So there's no words held back, if you like. in terms of when they're developing the younger players, just in the change room with just little chats and things like that. So no, it was a massive help when developing players to have the senior lads in there as well.
And going back to this evening's match, obviously it was the semi-final, you're into the final, you want to go one step further now?
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. We set out, as I said, at the start of this competition to go and win it, and we've got one stage left, which is going to be our biggest test of the next game. But no, I'm just delighted to be there and make sure we're ready for whoever the opponent are, either Malden or Redbridge. We'll find out, I think it's next week, their game, and be ready for that.
Brad, you're into the Essex Senior Cup final. You must be delighted with tonight's
Yeah,
performance.
definitely. I mean, making a final will always be a good thing, whatever club you're at, wherever you are, so we are happy.
And you must be proud of your own performance tonight, getting a couple of goals.
Yeah. Like I said before, I think scoring is always something I want, and scoring is always something I enjoy, so really happy today.
Disappointed not to get a hat-trick?
Yeah, I think I've got to be more selfish than one of them, and yeah, a bit disappointed in myself. I should have put more into it.
But it's a good run out for yourself personally to get 90 minutes in the tank with Danny watching as well.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously not been playing in recent weeks, so it's all about just keeping fit and when the call up comes, being ready. So good today.
How do you feel sort of flitting between the 21s and the first team? Is it something that you relish? Because obviously you're getting regular minutes for the 21s, perhaps not the minutes you want for the first team.
Yeah. I don't really care where my football is as long as I'm playing. So whether it's 21s or first team, I'm enjoying it. So it's really good.
And obviously it's not job done quite yet. Obviously there's the final to come next month. Do you want to go and win it?
100%. I hope I'm involved. I mean, we've all gotten this far as a team, so hopefully we can take it and win the final in the end.
Both Dave and Brad clearly happy with the result last night and want to go one step further and lift the trophy next month. Away from last night, you might already know that February is LGBTQ History Month, and the EFL have introduced rainbow match balls to celebrate. Our defender, Fikra Kelleher, went along to local charity Outhouse to speak to a couple of their members about representation in the sport and how it affects them.
Hi, I'm Fikra Kelleher, and I'm here at the Outhouse in Colchester. We're here to support the LGBT plus community just for the History Month. And I'm here with two very lovely people to have a chat and just have a catch up and yeah.
Hi, I'm Chloe and I've been at the Outhouse for around a year now. I joined February last year.
I'm Liv. I've been coming to the Outhouse since November 2022 and now I've taken on the role as assistant youth worker. The Outhouse has been here since 1979 and it is an LGBTQ plus charity that offers lots of services to adults and young people within the community.
Has it always been at this building?
It
Do you
has,
know?
hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it started out as a switchboard.
Oh, okay, cool. How did you hear about this place, or how did you kind of come to being here?
I just found it online.
Right.
I was just looking for something exactly like this and it literally fell into my lap.
Okay.
Like perfectly. Just searching. But I know a lot of people find it from school.
I found out about it because my mum had informed me about it.
Right.
And I did like a little interview up here and I thought it seems like a nice place. So I gave it a go and then, yeah, it's been really nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it seems, just from being here, it seems really friendly place and very easy to come into.
It's literally the best thing I've probably ever done coming here. There's literally no other place like it, no services really in the UK like the Outhouse. It's just literally like a lifeline.
Yeah, I suppose you've probably made loads of friends here and people who are, I suppose, feeling similar to you that don't really have any other.
Yeah, it's really lovely to have people that know exactly what you're going through, even without like saying it.
Yeah.
I'd say probably like 98% of my friends now are people that come here that I've met through the youth groups and the youth forum.
I felt really comfortable the first time I came, and when I first came out as trans, I was very lucky to have all these people here to support me. We go on stuff like I mentioned, the trips and residentials. We've been on trips like Wales and stuff.
Cool.
Last week we went on a trip to London. That was probably one of the best days I've had this year.
What kind of stuff do you do on your trips? Like go to museums or something? Or?
We went to 2 museums last week. We went to the National History Museum. We went to Queer
nice.
Britain.
Right.
Queer Britain helped me understand a lot more about the fights for gay rights and that lot. And
Yeah.
it was just absolutely amazing.
Oh, cool. How do you feel about obviously us using a rainbow ball, and what does it mean to you to have that we're using a rainbow colour ball this weekend?
I think it's really, really good what the EFL is doing and that lot, and what you guys are doing at Col United. Like, I think it's showing how far we've come in that lot, how we're being like represented more, and like the word's being spread out more that anyone's welcome in the game.
Queer people didn't get the sort of rights they have now just by waiting until someone did it. I think making pushing our way in as well, and sort of being like, do you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to be here, and whatever happens, you know, I'm going to enjoy this game.
Yeah.
But seeing the rainbow ball will sort of just make it known that if something did happen, that you've got some people back in your corner, and it just feels so lovely to see it.
No, well, I'm glad it does mean something to you. I know it's only a small gesture, but
I heard that they would donate every time there was a goal to a charity for LGBTQ plus people, and I think that's such a great, I mean, that's going a little step further, which is really lovely to see. Understanding that just a rainbow ball isn't going to make, you know, change the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's really lovely. I think we need to see it more in the Premier League as well, because that, obviously that's top flight. And it's...
Yeah, that's where the real money is.
Yeah, getting through might be a bit harder, but it'll happen.
Definitely, and I'll make sure the lads score as many goals as they can.
Yeah, that would be good. Always good.
Yeah. Do you feel that football is becoming a more inclusive place?
It's not going backwards.
Yeah.
There are a few openly gay players now, but I think seeing the ball, it's really lovely to see, and like in some of the other football, the international matches when the little rainbow card comes out, I think seeing things like that, they're always really lovely to see.
Yeah.
But I think could always do more.
Yeah.
You know, it costs nothing really. I know, like, you've got to think about your career, but what the real thing that people are scared about, and like football fans, is thinking that their game's going to change. So once people do it more, or come out, or just openly support the LGBTQ plus community, I think they'll realise that it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, even for us, I think we can even do more. Like even when they're rainbow laces, it's something that doesn't take much effort, and it might make a difference to just how you feel if you see us wearing them. So I definitely feel there's more things we can do as players as well.
I think inclusivity in football is really, really important. Like, it spreads the word about how there's, like you said, how there's like more openly gay footballers now, which is really good. I'm glad that we've built up throughout the years confidence and helped people find themselves, like build up their confidence in that lot to come out, because it's a huge world out there. I know if we spread more awareness, it will help more people understand that lot, and this game's for everyone. It's not just...
Yeah, it's not just your average stereotype footballers that should be allowed come. It should be
I mean,
open
like,
to
at the end of
everybody.
the day, we're all human.
And have you come to games recently, football games, or do you still feel it's like, how do you feel coming to a stadium kind of environment?
Personally, for me, I wouldn't go to a men's game.
Right.
I just think it's a very hostile environment, and I would probably always be on guard, and I wouldn't probably be able to enjoy myself.
Right.
I'd go to a women's game, definitely,
Right.
but I think the men still has too far to go.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of openly gay fans feel like that.
Yeah.
Or closeted,
Yeah.
you know. I don't think they would go to a game.
The last time I went to a football game was actually 2021 or 2022. It was actually where Spurs and Col United played each other in like as a friendly. The football games I've been to, the crowd's not been like that hostile and that lot. I'm just happy that when I do go, I've got people with me to like support me and be there by my side and that lot, so I can always feel safe.
Is there anything we as a club or us as players can do to help you feel more included in things?
I think maybe not just celebrating the community in the months that are like LGBTQ History Month or Pride Month
Yeah.
or anything like that. I think throughout the whole year, just always trying to think of different ways. I mean, like the rainbow shoelaces would be lovely to see as like a sort of standard.
Yeah.
Just sort of showing that, you know, they won't go and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I understand that it's still very hard because you've got to think about your career, but also it's got to be everyone agrees.
Yeah, it should be just a normal thing, shouldn't it? Or it shouldn't really have any impact on society or what fans think. Really, it should just be very normal. Yeah, we've had multiple talks with the PFA, which is our players' kind of a association.
Yeah.
They've had people in to talk to us about it and just help us understand and be aware that we may have a gay member in the change room. And it's definitely educated all of us. And just from my own experience, I've been in so many change rooms where everybody really would not.
No.
It wouldn't make any difference really at all.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just really not spoken about, and obviously that many people don't come out, and there is a lot of, you would imagine, a lot of gay men in football. That kind of makes me sad because I think, you know, I think it's quite a good environment that we have in our change room.
That's
anyway
good.
For it to come out. Yeah, so maybe, like you say, it just takes one or two to get the ball rolling and make people feel more comfortable about it. Thanks for a lovely chat. It's good to catch up. Yeah.
A really interesting chat there, and you can search for the Outhouse on socials and the internet if you'd like to know more or would like to know how to get involved with them. The rainbow ball was used last weekend and it will be again for this weekend's game at Sutton United. And speaking about the Sutton game, here's a game from April last year where we beat the South London side 4-1. All good goals and a great result for us there last year. Hopefully that'll be the same again this weekend as we travel down to Sutton. Hope you can be there. Hope you can also visit us next week as well, as we're back for the Col U Midweek Show. See you soon.